Do you ever wonder what it's like to walk through the doors of a genius? A man who has rewritten the history of a sport, and in return, all he got were allegations and scandals fabricated against him. Today, in this video, we will show you how a man built himself from nothing and then created an estate that's nothing less than an empire. At 49, Tiger Woods shows the inside of his house. Take a look. It's nothing like what you had expected. Tiger Woods might be one of the most iconic celebrities in sports history. He is a legendary golf player, but more than that, he's popular for his luxurious lifestyle. Among his many possessions, his $54 million estate in Jupiter Island, Florida, might be his crowning jewel. So where did he get it from? Let's rewind a bit. Back in 2007, Tiger bought a 12-acre plot on Jupiter Island, Florida, for around $40 million. He ran over the stuff that was built there, and by 2010, had built a huge compound featuring a main residence and a multi-purpose building joined by a sleek glass corridor. What makes this estate so crazy isn't just the size, although with nearly 9 acres and over 20,000 square feet of buildings, you might think that it might look boring. Well, you are wrong. Every inch is a work of art, almost like every step was made after years of planning. You might think there are a lot of buildings, so what's so special about Tiger's building? Not only that, you might be wondering what Tiger built it for, because, to be honest, it sure doesn't look like a regular house. Rumor has it that there's an oxygen therapy room inside that castle, and some even say it's a nuclear fallout bunker, so what's true and what's a lie? You will know all about Tiger Woods and his mansion in this video. As you know, the estate that Tiger built is trending and there are a lot of rumors, so it's really hard for you to know what's real and what's fake. So in this video, we will do a complete breakthrough, and we know you must be getting curious. Just what are the secret things Tiger has been hiding from us? So we won't make you wait any longer. Here it goes, other than the tons of fake rumors. What we can tell you for certain right now is that the estate has lots of pools, like a lap pool for fitness and a diving pool for show. And then there is a tennis and basketball court combo right in the open. Not only that, he got a real turf, indoors and out, complete with bunkers that have the same conditions as those of an official tournament. Do you think Tiger practices short game drills inside his house? Or is all that land just for hype? The mansion is split into 2 structures, the main living quarters and a dedicated gym and practice wing. These are joined by a glass-covered hallway that gives a breathtaking view every time you cross it. Behind those walls, he has an elevator, a media room, a wine cellar, and allegedly that notorious oxygen chamber. To be precise, it's called a hyperbaric oxygen therapy chamber, and its purpose is to give him a high recovery rate and boost his healing process when he gets injured. Rumors say that he used this chamber to heal his injuries from his 2021 car crash. Now, you might ask, okay, pools and hallways, nice, but why is this any different from another celebrity palace? That's because Tiger's home is not bought without any feelings like other celebrities. His house represents his life, his dreams. He was a man of patience and dedication. Even after surviving and recovering from the pain of surgeries, he was always focused on his career and dreams. And for a man like that, the fans have nothing but respect. So what did he do that made all the fans who worshipped him start hating the guy? Don't worry, you will know soon enough. Before we get to that, do you ever wonder why he chose Jupiter Island? It is known as one of America's most exclusive zip codes. It's home to Celine Dion, former presidents, and the big bad billionaires. Only about 900 people live there. When Tiger needed privacy, after his series of scandals and injuries in the 2000s to 2020s, this place became his sanctuary. But here's the thing. There is a lot of confusion about the size of the actual estate. Some say the main residence spans around 12,000 square feet, with a 14,000 square foot gym wing. This insists it's closer to a combined 22,000 square feet. So, which is it? To everyone's surprise, the total land on Jupiter Island that Woods owns is 12 acres on which a 20,000 square feet mansion stands tall. Want to know the other special features of the Woods house? There's the alleged 9-hole course in his backyard, a setup that looks like actual tournament fairways, which are complete with bunkers and ocean breeze conditions. That's enough of the outdoor courses and pools. Let's step through that glass corridor you might expect to land in a grand living room bathed in expensive lighting. Instead, you find yourself right in the center of Tiger's training world. Golf isn't as easy as it looks. Woods used to follow a strict and inhumane exercise plan back in his peak that had him run 4 miles at 6 a.m. Then he had weight training at 7 a.m. At 8:30, he used to practice golf. Then at 12:30, he had his lunch. After eating and resting, he used to play 9 to 12 holes at 1:30. Then at 5:30, he had his evening workout. And at the end of the day, he used to recover in his oxygen chamber at 7 p.m. Every detail screams function. It was luxury for a man whose life revolves around the grind. But would that mean he would always live a happy and successful life while following this routine? The answer is no. Something very heartbreaking happened to him that he would give up his current life. What was that? Let's tell you. All his troubles began in 2008 when he won the U.S. Open on a torn ACL and stress fractures in his leg. He had been playing through pain in a legendary 91-hole duel. After his surgery, he took time off, but his injuries only got worse over time. By 2010, the lingering knee issues and back pain began to haunt his game. All those years of explosive swings, intense workouts, and the sheer physical demands of professional golf took their toll on his body. But that wasn't what hurt him the most. The most critical turning point came in 2014, when Woods withdrew from many tournaments due to his intolerable back pain. Multiple procedures were done on his body, including 4 back surgeries, which caused a risky spinal fusion in 2017. His condition was so severe that he once said he couldn't even get out of bed, let alone swing a club. That wasn't the end of his bad luck. In February 2021, Woods was involved in a life-threatening car crash in Los Angeles. He suffered multiple open fractures in his right leg that required emergency surgery and raised fears that he might never walk again, let alone play golf. But through hard work and sheer will, Woods was able to recover and finally get back to his old life again. To everyone's surprise, even today, the training wing is in action. But unlike his past, he now does a lot less running, training, but a lot more PT and rehab. Take a moment and imagine this. You cross that glass bridge and enter a space that's part gym, part cinema, part rehab clinic. The gym itself is a beast, with allegedly 6,400 square feet of commercial-grade equipment, a private elevator, and a media setup, so you could watch a film or unwind without ever stepping outside. But then rumors spread that hidden beneath the floorboards lies an oxygen therapy room. Why would a golfer need something that sounds straight out of a mountaineer's base camp? Was it really built for recovery after his notorious 2021 crash? Or is the whole thing a neighborhood myth? That question in mind, because we're going to answer that later. Now, behind the gym cinema, there's a secret area. It's the private practice facility. Designed by Tiger and his TGR design team, it's a 3.5-acre short game haven featuring 4 sculpted greens, 6 tournament-grade bunkers, and a wedge range for 85 to 145-yard drills. One green is even surrounded by sand and vegetation to simulate unpredictable winds. The real fun starts here. There's rumored to be an indoor bunker deep in the practice wing where Tiger can replicate hole-in-one conditions, regardless of rain, heat, or paparazzi interference. And then, of course, the water. We told you a little about the pool, but now here are the details. Inside of the facility, he built two distinct pools, a long lap pool for endurance dives and a deep diving pool more suited to spectacle. And yes, rumor has it, a reflection pool too, because why not? Reports even claim that there is a kiddie pool, presumably for his kids, Sam and Charlie. But the real controversy surrounds whether these aquatic assets are part of a deliberate show of excess or carefully curated restorative zones. We got a bit distracted, so let's get back to the bones. Or should we say, the bases. Back in 2013, cracks were reappearing. Walls were tilting. The doors wouldn't close right. The fancy island mansion seemed to be sinking, and not just metaphorically. TMZ reported a giant hole in the dining room. Sources suggested pilings were improperly set, and propagation was rapid. It was a very hard time for Woods, and reports accused Tiger of gambling on coastal soil and losing big time. What was the reason for Tiger to be so miserable at this time? We will tell you later. Some believed the house would collapse under its own weight, but according to recent sources, engineers installed deep stabilizers, steel pilings reaching down dozens of feet to save the build. The real question now, did this protocol break his bank, or was it a $15 million investment in structural insurance? Let's see. According to reports, it was found out that even in his hard time, Woods pulled himself up and had actually taken a lot of support from his sponsors. And finally, he was able to afford this. But that's not all. We will tell you the reality and the details later. Now round your gaze to the docks. Yes, there are two boat moorings along the intracoastal waterway. Maybe for the yacht, privacy? But there's talk of a hidden tunnel connecting the boathouse to the basement, convenient exit, or overly elaborate escape plan. Like there are a bunch of articles that write about this elaborate tunnel, but we shouldn't forget that this is Woods we are talking about, not Batman. Inside the main house, the decor is intentionally kept minimal. White stone columns, dark hardwood floors, and panoramic ocean views. There are 4 bedroom suites, including his and hers master baths, a fireplace, dining room, wine cellar, game room, and, yes, a private cinema, tucked beneath the gym wing. Something feels weird. This sounds very homely. Does this layout truly look like it was centered around silence and healing? Or did someone on Reddit exaggerate, claiming Tiger keeps the temperature frozen and lights dimmed like a monastery? And let's not skip the tennis and basketball court. Rumors say that it also works as a staging ground for family time and physical therapy sessions, especially after 8 spinal surgeries. Before we answer the above question, it's time to tell you guys something important. You remember how we told you that 2013 was a difficult time for Woods? Well, it's time for you to know what happened to him. It was back in 2013 when the allegation of doping started appearing against Tiger Woods. This was shaking the sports world, despite his denial and lack of any official sanction. The controversy centered around Woods' connection with Dr. Anthony Gallia, who was a Canadian sports doctor under investigation for providing performance-enhancing BE to elite athletes. Gallia had treated Woods in 2009 after his knee surgery, administering him platelet-rich plasma therapy, which was a legal and common recovery method. However, when Gallia was later charged for distributing human growth hormone and other banned substances, questions emerged about whether Woods had received anything illicit during his treatment. The U.S. Department of Justice opened an investigation and interviewed Woods in 2010, but no charges were filed and no evidence surfaced proving any wrongdoing on his part. Even with the lack of proof, the media insulted his name and legacy intensely. Fans started hating him, and critics argued that Woods' physical transformation from a lanky teen to a muscular powerhouse, combined with his dominant performances and then declining health, showed a pattern similar to PED or fucking use. Woods didn't care about that and maintained his performance and kept on giving the same statement that he had never failed a Dawes test and was clean throughout his career. Sadly, the media doesn't care about the truth. All they care about is what will sell to the audience and what not. In this critical time, another bomb dropped in 2017 when author Hank Haney, Woods' former swing coach, suggested in his book called The Big Miss that Tiger had a very intense interest in military training, recovery tech, and unusual fitness regimens that might have led him to explore gray areas of legality, although he stopped short of accusing him outright. In the end, no concrete evidence linked Tiger Woods to doping, and he has never tested positive. Yet, the allegation remains solid, and they are still used against him to question his legacy that destroyed his mental health for a long time. Now that you've seen it all, the surface with the pools, courts, glass bridge, and the life of Tiger Woods and the unfortunate scandals, it's time for the real reveal. We're stepping into the heart of Tiger Woods' Jupiter Island compound. Now let's start uncovering all the questions from before. The biggest question was about the reality of a hidden oxygen therapy room. Some say it's nestled beneath the squat racks. Others claim it's part of a medical-grade rehab wing. According to multiple reports, including Architectural Digest and The Richest, it does exist, and it's no mere luxury spa trick. This specialized chamber helps accelerate muscle recovery and reduce inflammation. It's an important tool for a man who suffered 8 back surgeries and a shattered ankle. Not only did it help him, but sports billionaires like Cristiano Ronaldo also use this technology technique, and they also claim that it helps them a lot. So yes, it's real, but is it underground? Well, not really. It's out in the pen in his medical wing. Next, the bunker under the roof. There are persistent rumors about an indoor bunker designed to help Tiger hone his short game even when the sun's down. He personally oversaw the build of that 3.5-acre short game facility with TGR design, full of greens, sand traps, repeated wedge practice stations, even variable turf types. But that's outdoors. The indoor bunker remains unconfirmed, and it's most likely just a sad rumor. But don't get lost in bunkers yet. We've got even better news. Let's talk about the foundation. As we told you in 2013, Tiger Woods' mansion began sinking. Towers were brought in to assess the damage and launched an emergency reinforcement operation. They installed 15 helical steel pilings, each reportedly costing around $15,000, that became a total of $225,000, plus an estimated $1 million in excavation and soil stabilization costs. The total repair likely exceeded around $1.5 million. So how did Tiger afford this during a time when he was reportedly losing millions in gambling and endorsements following his scandals? The answer lies in sponsor loyalty and strategic financial planning. Even after his personal issues, Tiger still had backing from major brands like Nike and Rolex, who continued to support him. Financial records suggest that sponsor money and residual earnings from past wins allowed him to weather the storm without needing loans or selling off assets. Was the sinking house a miscalculated gamble or a sound investment? Some media outlets called it a disaster, but construction experts note this is common for coastal Florida estates built on unstable wetlands. Rather than patching things up quietly, Woods faced the issue head-on, and in the end, he got the best for himself. Another question that left an impression was whether Tiger built escape routes. The boathouse allegedly has a tunnel leading to a secret basement exit. So far, no blueprints show tunnels. We do know his 12-acre lot slopes from the main house to docks. Plenty of elevation to conceal catwalks or corridors, but without verifiable proof, this remains a rumor. Police blotters have never mentioned suspicious alterations. Maybe it's wishful thinking. Tiger's evasion of cameras after the 2009 scandal makes it tempting to imagine he wanted subterranean escape. But we announce that these remain nothing but lame rumors. Now, when we talk about the glass walkway, many people say that the glass walkway is very special because it's bulletproof, or it hides a special door. Its elegance and transparency can easily make one think that it was in fact the case. But we know it's just made of reinforced architectural-grade glass for wind and hurricane protection. But bulletproof? No credible engineer has confirmed that. The media room inside Tiger's gym wing has sparked a small cultural war. A popular platform once claimed he had a 30-foot wide Call of Duty setup, floating trophy cases, and smoke curtain windows you could darken with haze. That story included an impressive bullet list of amenities, but no one else confirms it. As you might have thought, yes, all of this is just a lie. The floating trophy cases, smoke curtain windows, and the Call of Duty setup are all figments of imagination from some fans. Tiger Woods' Jupiter Island estate today is estimated to be worth between $80 million and $94 million, thanks to its prime location, luxury features, and land appreciation. But what's crazier is that Woods is more valuable than the state itself. With a total net worth of $1.3 billion, he shares this sanctuary with his two children, Sam Alexis Woods and Charlie Axel Woods, born from his marriage to ex-wife, Aylin Nordegren. Sam is now a teenager and a talented soccer player heading to college, and Charlie is a rising golf star. Both regularly join their father at tournaments and home training sessions. After his divorce, Tiger chose a co-parenting relationship with Aylin that remained peaceful, and he now splits his time between being a competitive athlete, father, and a state caretaker. Recently, at age 49, he's been linked with Vanessa Trump, and media reports describe them enjoying family life near Jupiter Island.